It's an incredible, wonderful, and glorious day to a wonderful, unique, and inspirational one watching me right now, and that's none other than you. Welcome to Inspiration with Dr. Sylvia Forchap Likambi. You're on board live with Dr. Sylvia Forchap Likambi, an empowerment and transformation leading authority. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be looking at part 2 of overcoming limiting beliefs. Someone told me the other day to go very, very slowly. I'm aware I speak very fast, but the fact that it's early in the morning, I will do all my best to go slowly. But as I go slowly, we'll be able to cover very little. Thank you for joining me. I'll do all my best to go slowly today, but we'll not be able to cover a lot, all that I intended that we cover today. Well, to give a recap to those who didn't join me the other time, I'll be going live Mondays to Fridays. Saturdays and Sundays, not really. It's discretional on Saturday. And apologies, I didn't come live yesterday. I was quite busy. The kids on holiday. And then I had to do one or two things. I had to take my car for service. So I couldn't be live with you. I thought of coming live in the afternoon, but then I was quite busy. Thank you all for joining me. Today we'll be looking at overcoming limiting beliefs or limiting beliefs. Thank you, Jaguar. And this is part 2. Let me just give a brief recap of part 1 for those who did not actually follow me live, but you can watch the video, which should be on my timeline. And during the first part, we mentioned that our beliefs are like the seeds, and we know that what we sow, we will reap. Thank you, Claudine. Thank you for joining me. We mentioned that what we sow, we will reap. Whatever we sow, we will reap. However, every seed is dead until it is sown, nurtured, then it will be able to grow and produce of its kind and eventually the fruits. So your beliefs all depends on you. Whatever you sow. It's true that there may be some limiting beliefs that we grew up. Maybe our parents told us we're not worthy enough, we're this, or people, society. That's true. Those are limiting self-beliefs or limiting beliefs, by society or imposed on us by our parents or ourselves. But what I said the other time, these beliefs are seed. They are dead until you consciously or unconsciously give it life. How do you give it life? You don't even unconsciously, you consciously give it life. Give it life by thinking. The more you think, your thoughts are powerful. That's why it says, as a man thinks, so he is. Your thoughts are like the roots, So the seed is sown now, it starts taking roots. It becomes life. Once the roots are actually given to those seeds, that's where it will be nourished through the roots. It goes deep down into the soil, and a seed that is actually nurtured and starts producing will definitely have roots. Without roots, you cannot have a life tree. So you give life to the beliefs you hold, whether they come from your parents, society, whatever it is. You have the choice. You have the power not to think about it, to think about who you truly are. And as I said again, we are uniquely created by a divine God who says we are wonderful and beautifully made. So all of you watching me, thank you, Stella. You are amazing. Hi, my darling. You are all amazing, beautiful and wonderfully made. Who you are, thanks, my darling, is only what your creator, it's like a manufacturer. Only a manufacturer can define the purpose or why it created something. And your manufacturer, your creator said, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Thank you, my darling. So nothing less than that should define who you are. And when you think about that over and over, you are giving it seed, you are making it become life, and eventually you start speaking as a man thinks, so you will speak, and your words is like that in the fruit or whatever you've planted, it shoots off the ground. People don't know what you believe, people don't know what you think until you start speaking and eventually acting. Your actions now are like your fruits. So I said, all the beliefs you hold, you can determine whether they are yours or not yours. That's the last thing we said the other time. So I want us to kind of, thank you, darling, to reflect. What are those beliefs that we hold about ourselves? Where have these beliefs come from? Have they come from society, from parents, from friends, from exes who put us down? Or are they truly the beliefs we hold ourselves and we have deliberately decided to nurture these beliefs, like we nurture the seeds? So did we think about that? If not, just think about that while you join me right now. Those beliefs that you hold, I want you to take on board only the beliefs that you strongly hold. You believe you are. And again, it comes from the authority from who created you. You're magnificent, you're wonderful, you're so inspirational. So many people tell me I'm inspirational. We all are inspirational. You are inspirational. Thank you, Stella, clothing, we all are inspirational. So the next thing I'm going to say is to do today, so it can take us closer to understanding how powerful the beliefs we hold are and why we should be responsible for whatever beliefs we hold today in our lives, good or bad, positive or negative. We have given life to those beliefs. We cannot blame people. We need to start taking responsible. I usually do this in my workshops. I ask some of my students, I'm like, let's imagine your mind again, okay? Your mind is a garden. A beautiful garden, a fertile garden, all right? Because nothing God has given you is infertile. Whatever you sow on that mind, now your mind is like garden where you're going to sow that seed. Whatever you want to grow, whoever you want to become, you're going to sow it in that garden. Let me ask you this question. You might have neighbors. Would you allow your neighbor sow a seed in your garden that you don't love? I ask my students, I just want to ask you, Stella, Claudine, Jackie, would you let someone, okay, let's say you have a garden, a beautiful garden. Summer is coming. What would you cultivate in your garden? Tell me. Okay, you might be thinking about it. I believe you cultivate only the things that you love. If we want to talk about fruits, maybe you have to sow some fruits. Which fruits are you going to sow in that garden? Will your neighbor decide the fruit that you want to sow in your garden? Will society decide the fruits that you want to sow in your garden? I think no. You will sow the fruits that you want. And I'm sure there will be fruits that you love, you enjoy for whatever reasons. Maybe they are nutritional, maybe they are succulent, they are juicy, you love them. You will be sowing that in your garden. You cannot allow anybody to come to your garden. And when it starts growing, I believe that, when it starts growing, okay, you will definitely nurture it. If there are pesticides, pests coming to destroy it, you will definitely weed, take care of it. So that's the same thing. If you cannot allow anyone to sow on your garden, something that is so much like you don't own it, when you leave planet Earth, the garden will be there. What about your mind? Your mind that will shape and determine who you become. Your mind is that garden. Why would you let a friend, a spouse, a parent, a teacher sow something that you don't love in your mind? Why would you like to hold on a belief that is crushing you, that is limiting you, that you don't enjoy? You must take the time right now and think about those beliefs that you like, those beliefs that you want to see. Maybe you are successful, maybe you are resilient, maybe a belief like you are powerful, a belief like you are beautiful, a belief like you are wonderful, a belief like success is your birthright. Hold on those beliefs. It's like the seeds. The good news is you don't need to pay for those seeds. You don't need to pay for those beliefs. They are available in abundance. You can still hold those beliefs. Jackie holds it, Claudine, I hold it, Stella holds it. It's going to still be in abundance. It's going to still be in abundance. Right now, can we start sowing the things, the fruits we would love to experience? Can we start sowing those things that we would like to experience in our physical through our actions? If you don't love negativity, it saps your spirit. It crushes you. Why keep sowing negativity? Why keep putting yourself down? Why keep being negative every single day to yourself, to your child, to your friends? Why? You don't love those fruits? Don't sow them. Hold on to beliefs that will produce great fruits. Fruits that are beneficial, that you can share with others, and they will benefit from your fruits. Thank you, my darling Stella. Thank you. So as I leave you today again, I'm trying to be brief. So I'm not going to do a lot today, but I'll come back. Maybe I'll be doing once in an evening. So it'll be a bit longer. I'll take a topic and we can discuss it, very broadly. So as I leave you today, remember, as you think, so you become. However, your thoughts are shaped and defined by the beliefs you hold. The beliefs are the fundamental pillars that will determine the thoughts that you hold. It's like the foundation of a home. You don't see the foundation, but the foundation will determine the structure that will be built upon that foundation. The foundation of a home will determine the structure, how the home will look like. If a home is actually designed to take like maybe 4 stories, the foundation has to be solid. The foundation has to be done so deep. And with every pillar representing whatever that home will become. No one sees the foundation. Am I right? Your beliefs are those foundational pillars. Your beliefs are the solid pillars that will hold who you will become. You want to become that resilient, wonderful woman, man, who will go out there. There will be challenges. Yes, there are lots of challenges, even as you step out today. But remember, you're going to sow only the beliefs you would want to actually experience in the physical. You're going to start thinking about those beliefs so you make them become life. And you speak them, you prophesy. That's why it says call out those things that are not as if they were live and they become a reality. Because your words is the stem that is shooting off the ground. Once a stem shoots, the plant is live. People can see it. Speak, your words are life or dead. Above all, write the words down. You engrave them. You make them become a reality, unshakable. Don't only keep the words in your mind. Because as changes will come, situations will come where you might feel, you might feel, you might not feel encouraged. You might feel discouraged. When those situations come, you will forget about those thoughts if you've not written those words down. But once you've written them down, they've actually come out of your mind. Even in moments where you are discouraged, even in moments where you are not encouraged, you take that book and read again. And you see that you wrote this down. You are the same person today and the same person that time when you wrote it down. So you can therefore take your situation off your mind. You can therefore distract yourself from that current reality and focus on that. Take for example, you wrote it down when you were very intelligent. You were successful in everything you were doing. Yeah, you were successful and you wrote it down there. Maybe you wrote the date. There comes a time when you seem not to be successful, when everything you seem to do seems to fail. Your business, your work, your family, everything seems to fail. When you take out that book, you look at it again. You realize that even though at the current moment, based on situations and circumstances, you seem to fail. And remember, situations and circumstances don't define you. You existed before those situations and circumstances. So looking at that book where you wrote that you are beautiful, you're wonderful, you're successful, you're thriving, and you show the examples, you actually remind yourself that you are actually successful. You are actually wonderful. And then you look at the strengths that you used to accomplish what you accomplished during that moment when you wrote that down. Then you know what? You come back to the state of being a successful person. It doesn't matter what happens in your physical, because our physical condition, our present situation never defines us and will never define you. As you go about today, I wish you a wonderful day. I wish you an amazing, glorious and beautiful day. Yes, it can be. You just think about that over and over. You just take on the beliefs you want to hold. You take off the things that you want to see. Maybe people have written you down, your job, your friends, your colleagues, your parents, your spouse. You know what? Shake it off. You start taking the seats now as you step out today, believing in those things that you want to believe about yourself. As you step out, you speak them. You speak them. As you speak, faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing by the word of God. And remember again, because you are what your creator says you are. Only those words define you, not any other person's word, which is contrary to those words of your creator. So as you speak them, you go about the day, you will actually be renewed. You will not be conformed to the things that happen to the world. You will not be conformed to the challenges, but you'll be renewed through the transformation of your mind, through those words. And as you think, I wish you a wonderful and a glorious day. You are actually unique. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are wonderfully made. You are so special. Go take care of your garden, and I'm very sure as you would have a garden, you don't let things to grow and choke whatever you've planted. You will take care of your garden. So some of those negative words that will come your way today, trying to tell you off that, oh, you think you are this, you're successful, they will remind you of when you were unsuccessful. You know what? There are those actually things that are coming to choke the beautiful, flourishing fruits that you're trying to actually sow now and produce. So you're just gonna you weed off, the seeds that are actually there. Like you weed off the weeds that will actually choke your plants. So shall you do. And in some circumstances, you know what? Like there was this passage in the Bible where the seeds, the real plant was being choked by weeds, stuff that you did not desire. And I think when the master, I can't quite remember anyway, but this is how it is. Well, the weeds were choking the original plant. And the master told the servant or whoever was working in the garden, you don't worry about the weeds now. Ignore them. Don't worry. Focus on the plant. Focus on nurturing the plant that you want. And eventually, when it's grown, it's taken root, it's fortified, then you can then pull off the weeds because they have no power. Or eventually, because it will be fortified, the roots will be spread out. The weeds, guess what? They will have no area, no environment. Their roots cannot actually be planted in that place because the roots of your original or your real tree or source that you want has actually been established there. The weeds have no way to grow. And eventually, they will die and fall off. What are these weeds? Those distractors, those negative people who come your way, those people who are trying to put you down, trying to damage you. Sometimes don't focus on them. Don't go and start weeding them when you're still cultivating your authenticity, who you truly are. When you're still cultivating those beliefs that you hold and you want to be successful in that area, ignore them. Ignore these people. Don't put your energy or focus on them. Focus on nourishing that which you want to see. Where your focus goes, all your energy will go. And when you focus on building, constructing, it's amazing. The energy is so reviving. You can do more because you are more powerful. So focus on that which you want to become. Focus on building yourself to become that successful individual that your creator says you are. Ignore the distractors. Ignore them. With time when you are so fortified, they can't stand around you because you've taken every environment. You've taken the space around you. Your roots are so solid and you're so grounded that they have nowhere to put their roots and they will actually be toasted away, they will wither and die. I wish you an amazing and a glorious morning. Thank you for joining me. You've been on board with Dr. Sylvia Forchap Likambi on Inspiration with Dr. Sylvia Forchap Likambi. You're unique, you're wonderful. Go out and live an excellent and glorious day. Let your today be better than your yesterday and your tomorrow far more better than your today. God bless. I love you. Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Claudine. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. God bless. Have an amazing day, a glorious one and a beautiful one. You sure deserve it. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.